Hi friends, this is Carmen. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. It's been a little while since I've seen you. Just took a little break there to just kind of recharge and take some time off. But I'm back and I'm planning on giving you a brief tour of my plant room today just to kind of show you what plants are doing well, what I'm propagating, what plants I'm having trouble with, just a quick update on what's going on in the plant room. So I hope you enjoy that. Let's get to it. It's kind of bright. I'll try and manage that with all the lights in the window. But as you come in, I have this bookshelf here behind me. Probably see it in a lot of my videos. And I wanted to show you how the Philodendron Brantianum, oh, I can't even say the name. It's been that long. How it's doing. It's got some growth there. And down in there too, it's got some more growth. So it's doing actually really well. I'm thinking of moving it because I want to place a little bamboo pole on it to give it something to climb up. And so it's not going to fit. I'll probably have to move it up to the top shelf or something like that. Now the one that I was trying to bring back that I got on sale at Lowe's, it's not doing well. It's lost almost all its leaves and this one is really, really soft. So I don't think it's doing well. I'm so glad that I have this one as a backup to it. Sorry, little guy. But I still have it there. I'm not giving up. Now, you all remember Terry and Terry Jr. that I had planted them together. Down here, here's the top of Terry Jr. It's giving off this one, and it's got a new growth already on there. And I'm getting ready to order some little clips to put on the wall because the top of Terry here has finally reached where I can kind of pull it over to the wall. And see, it's leaning this way. So I'm going to order some clips to put onto the wall so I can have it grow over the door there. But it's doing really, really well. The leaves look really nice and healthy. As soon as it gives one off, I can feel that there's another one growing already. So it's doing well. Another one, Mark, here, my Philodendron burrow marks is doing well too. It has so many new growth points. Here's a leaf that's about to unfurl, but you see the lighter points there, the lighter colored leaves. Those are all brand new leaf and growth points that it's giving off, and it's just doing wonderful. It's got to be about 9 or 10. So it's going to fill on nicely. This is another one that I'm planning on putting a nice pole, maybe a plank, about a 3-inch wide plank in the center there, so it'll grow up that plank. We'll see. But I'm really happy with it. It's doing well here below this growth light. And between that and the liquid dirt fertilizer that I've been giving it, I think it's doing great. So next to Mark, I've got my shelf here where I have just supplies, pots, fertilizers, liquid dirt, and just other things. That's the concentrated one. Here is the mix that I've mixed and that I use with my little measuring cup. Every time I water, I take some of that and put it in my watering can and add water per gallon. So, but on top here is my propagation ICU station. And I'm one really to propagate with water. I have propagated with sphagnum moss before, a little bit with perlite, but I always seem to come back to water. That's the one that seems to, I don't know, I just enjoy it the most. So I've got a Scindaptus argureus here that was in my bedroom. These are cuttings from the one that's in my bedroom, and it was getting leggy, so I cut them. I'm not sure. Let's see, put it down. If you can see, it's got a lot of, looks a little green, but it's got a lot of roots. It's about ready to pot up in some soil, and it's even got a little bit of leaves that are ready to open. Now this one is my Exotica, the one that's in the living room. This one had a couple of long trails, and I cut. There's a leaf opening there, and it's got another one right here, and this one barely is getting, I don't even think it has any yet because I just put this in here a week ago. Now these are my Monstera Peru cuttings that I got from Eddie over at the plant stand. I had some in sphagnum moss. They weren't taking. For me, these do better in water, so I put them all in this water, and I've got a lot of roots in there. Some of them are quicker than others, so I'm just giving those a little bit of time to catch up, and then I'll put them all in a soil, potted up in soil. Okay, but they're doing well. I did lose some of the cuttings where they just died off, but still I've got quite a few here that will make a nice full pot. Now these are getting leggy for some reason. These do need to be repotted because they definitely have a lot of roots there. This it's about four or five cuttings from the Tradescantia. I think it's white velvet, the fuzzy one, but it's getting kind of leggy even though it's under this grow light. So that needs to be potted up. So I see a potting video in my future here real soon. These boy, they started giving off roots right away. So those do well in water propagation. Now I've got some philodendrons here. My philodendron white stripe was getting leggy, so I cut it. These are brand new, so I mean like 3 days since I put these in here, so there's no roots or anything yet, but that's what that is. This is my Brazil that was getting leggy, and it also had something with it may have had thrips, I'm thinking. So I had to cut up my philodendron Brazil, and these cuttings that I treated with neem oil. Let's see if I can get them here. They do have roots in there, some of them, but it's a couple of weeks away on that one. Now I have some that are in soil that are plants that aren't doing all that well, but I'm not going to put them in water. This one actually came back to me. This is a Brazil that I gave to my son, and he brought it back like this. And he's like, "Fix it, Mom." You know, when they're little and they bring you a broken toy. "Fix it, Mom." Okay. So that's what I'm trying to do. This one here is one that a subscriber gave me, a little philodendron, little Phil, and I chopped it all the way back, and it started to grow. Then it started to die, and now it's starting to grow again. So I'm not giving up on it. This is a Hoya Crimson Queen, I believe. I lost the tag to it. That was dying off, and this is what's left of it. I'm trying to bring it back. That's a little cutting from a ruby necklace that I'm trying to grow out, give to my mom. This one here is a philodendron, excuse me, philodendron by Penifolium horse's head. I have had issues with this plant forever. I don't know why I can't seem to grow it, but it's got these growth points on it. It's got another one right there and some more down here. So I have it here in this grow light with watering with the liquid dirt, fertilized water. So we'll see. This Monstera here I had to cut all the way back. I don't think it's still okay because look at that. I'm gonna have to spray it again. Let's see if I can get it. See that? That's not good. So I'm gonna have to spray it again. And yeah, so those are the ones here that are propagating, trying to survive. And as you can see, oh, and I forgot, this is my amaryllis that I hardly pay any attention to, but it seems to be surviving. We'll see if it gives off a flower this year or not. But all these other ones are ones that are just trying to survive or trying to grow new roots. Some are doing great, some I don't know. And that's just the life of a plant parent, isn't it? You know, some do great and some just, for the life of me, I don't know why they won't, you know, come around. This one here is my pride and joy. Let me go around here. This one here is the oh Lord, what is it? It's a fern. It's a kangaroo paw fern. And look how big it's gotten. I can barely see the pot underneath, and it has so many vines growing underneath the little arms. Look at that. It's really, really cool. I love it. The looking glass begonia is doing well. Remember that ant plant I got? That's doing well. This one here is a bit of a drama queen. I thought peace lilies were drama queens. Let me tell you, this one here, it will let me know when it wants water because it just droops completely. And I think it's dead. And I water it thoroughly. And, oh, there's a dead leaf. And it comes back. But it needs watering probably about every 3, maybe 4 days. It's thirsty. It's a thirsty guy. I have it in the Delatanks. Is it Delatanks or is it? No, it's a succulent mix. The Tanks Green Stuff succulent mix. But it's very thirsty. So right here are my string of hearts. Here's the regular one. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's another one around the corner. 5 trails, long ones, and a couple of that are growing here. These I've actually cut because when I hung it here, it was touching the ground. So I cut about 4 cuttings, and I have them up here. And they're giving off roots. Not quite ready to repot into that pot, but they are giving off roots. I would say another couple of weeks. So just to fill it up, but it's growing like crazy. And look at those, I forget what they're called, rhizomes that are in there. They're huge. Look at that. Yes, can I help you? What's wrong? Did you hear something outside? What? Okay. And then here is my variegated one. It's doing great. Look at all the new growth. And it's grown a lot since I got it. It's getting much longer. Love it. And I see, I don't know, maybe it's my eyes, but I do see a little bit more white and pink. It's right under the grow light here, so I'm hoping that that will activate that pinkish tinge to it. You know, one can hope. So here is the Brazil that I had to chop up. But look at all the new growth. I chopped it up about 2 weeks ago. Look at all the new growth since then. Yeah, and it's loving this grow light. Excuse me. Here, my Begonia maculata lost all its leaves, every single one. And now they're growing back. There, there, there. So it's got 5 stalks. They each have growth points on them. So those are growing back. Don't even ask me about my Adansonii. We're not on speaking terms right now. Okay, so right here is my silver sword. You remember I had mentioned when I did the plant haul on this one that I had knocked off a leaf right here, and I could feel that it was already growing a new one. Wow, this lighting is terrible. Sorry. Let me take it out. Well, there's the new one coming out already. Plants are amazing, aren't they? Looks like I need to water this one. Feels light. But the Philodendron silver sword is doing marvelous, as is my Birkin. Look at the huge leaf that my Audrey gave out. The Ficus Audrey. Look how big that is. Isn't that wonderful? And they'll tease them up here. So the Euphorbia White goes there. And look at my Hoya curtisii. Look how much it's growing. And it's got, the leaves feel good now. Remember, I was worried about it. They feel really good. And lots of little aerial roots on it. And this one here, see how it's like grown off into 3 sections, so it's like splitting off. This here I've had for a long time, and many a time I thought it was dead. This is a Cissus quadrangularis, or Veld grape as I know it, and I used to have it outside, but then it started to get really wrinkly. I thought, uh-oh, better take it inside. And look at what it's grown. I did pop off the end and put it back in here to try and grow some more to fill the pot in. But this is a really, really cool plant. Veld grape, or Cissus quadrangularis. And look at my lady there. She's got the Burrow's tail. That's really growing a lot. Look at all that new growth in there. I do have to take this out to water it, but she's looking lovely. Now the other one that I wanted to show you here, just like, is my string of fish hooks. This one has been on such a growth spurt lately. On the ends of the trails, it's been splitting off into 3 and 4 trails. Look at that. Really cool. I've never seen it do this. Well, this is the first one I've had, but I've never seen a string of do that. Every single strand has growth on it, and they're all splitting off. Really cool. Now, my Monsterous Picana, I had made a little trellis for it here out of bamboo sticks, and it's growing nicely. I just kind of wrapped it around, and it's just every other day there's a new leaf coming out. So I'm just going to kind of wrap it around, and hopefully it'll get to the point where you can't even see the trellis, but it's nice and bushy at the bottom. Such an easy plant. So up here is the Staghorn Farm. Now this is not the original one that I did a video on for the mounting onto this tray. I was not able to save that one for some reason. I could not get the watering right. I think I watered it too much, then I backed off, and oh, it was a mess. So I took it out and replaced it with a smaller one, and it's been about a month, and it seems to be doing fine. I do spritz it with water every day, and then I check the mount for dryness, and I'll take it down and water it. And I do use the watering with the liquid dirt too, and it seems to be doing okay. But that is, unfortunately, yes, that is the replacement. Now I did get a couple of shelves. Here's a larger one that I have some books and some smaller plants on. And here are the other two on this side. So I've added some shelves to the wall, and it makes a nice look. I do still want to add some more plants over here. Maybe some more mounted ones. If I can keep that one alive, then I'll try another one. So, and then below here is the, what was that? Ant plant? Not ant plant. Frog. Wrong animal. The frog plant. It's a peperomia. Got some dead leaves down in here. And it lost quite a few leaves at the beginning. It wasn't happy when I repotted it. But it seems to be happy now because it's got a bunch of new growth on the ends. Lots of new growth. And it seems to be happy now. So I'm leaving it alone, watering it when it's dry. And it's happy here. It's in medium light. It's about 5 feet away from the east-facing window. So it's in medium light. And my peperomia raindrop is doing good. Never gives me a fuss. And that's fine. Well, what do you think? It's the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? You know, it's just the way that plant parenthood is. Sometimes a plant is going along just fine, and all of a sudden, you don't know why, something happens to it. Is it pests? Is it watering? You're trying to figure it out. And, you know, you have to isolate it and treat it, and hopefully it survives. So I have some that are in that condition, and hopefully they will survive. And then I have other ones that are just taking off. I didn't show you every single one. That would probably be too long of a video, but I will. Don't worry. Maybe in the wintertime I'll give you a full every single plant video in my plant room, okay? But I just wanted to show you what's happening here in my plant room, and just to reconnect with you guys. I appreciate some of you reaching out to me to check on me. That means a whole lot to me. I'm fine. And you know, I'm back, and I may not be putting out as many videos as I was before, but I will be putting out videos and showing you how my plants are doing and talking to you guys about plants, okay? So if you enjoyed this video, friends, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe, and you know, we'll connect on plant level, okay? So I will talk to you soon. See you in the next video. Bye-bye, friends. Have a blessed day.